Go.
Woo! D&D. Dungeons.
Dragons.
Not really any dragons in sight, but at least dungeons. Yeah. So let's see. Last time on Tomb of Annihilation, y'all did more dungeon exploring. You busted open a trap chest, found some fun stuff. Frowny face goblet. You continued down the underground river. A mimic ate your snake. You murdered the mimic. Then you found presumably the skull of a little Chilton girl who would have liked to rage, and did in fact rage as you entered her space, and she figured out that she was dead. However, on the way out, as she had retreated into the walls to let the swarms of undead spiders fall upon you, you did manage to crack open the sarcophagus room, finding snaky staff. And
You're cutting out terribly.
you're cutting out.
I am not.
Well, see if this is better. Is this better? We shall see. Doot.
So far?
Yeah, okay. Well, I was cutting out terribly because I had to turn my gate, weird to not hear you. Not that I'm blaming you. I'm just saying that that's probably what happened. Okay.
Sorry, I'm not always silent as a mouse. Which means I'm absolutely not. Because that is demeaning and sexist.
I mean, yeah. Okay, so anyway, you open the sarcophagus, you found a staff. It was a snaky staff. And upon getting back to the entryway of the tomb, you had Lucius sit down to identify said staff. And when he touched it, the shape of a snake emerged in a smoky form. And, seemed to, enter him. Wink, wink. But yeah, no, there's the smoke, he inhaled it. And next thing you know, he's hearing a voice. A pretty chill, happy voice of presumably Moa, one of the 9 trickster gods who is imprisoned in this here Tomb of the 9 Gods. He has some fancy new powers, like invisibility. Like whenever he wants, basically. And so that's the thing. Also, he is compelled to be all honest and stuff. Let's see. What else?
I could really use that advantage on my sneak. I got a snake.
Yeah, you got
No sneak for you. Snake for you.
Yes. You ask for sneak and you get the snake.
So...
I can ride the snake into battle.
Yes.
No need to be stealthy when I can just ride a massive fucking snake into the battle. Okay. Cool. So anyway, you all had settled in for a long rest, which you finish. And yeah, we pick things up today after said long rest. As you wake up once again in front of the big frowny face at this T intersection in the tomb.
Oh, I would have gotten Stratos back too. I think I
Okay, yep.
tried to
Yep,
do
that's
that
fine.
at some point.
That's cool. So yeah, you have your snake. Sirene has her sometimes snake. And, I mean, I guess, Lucius, you also have your other snake. So, new day. As a reminder, you have, at this point, you know for sure that you have explored basically the entire western half of this floor. and following the river and such. I mean, you got somewhere over on the east side. You don't know exactly how much there is to explore over there, but you've probably made a good dent in that too. So it would stand to reason that if there is anything else to explore on this level of the tomb, it would be across the massive spiral staircase / balcony thing that is just to your east at the moment. Otherwise, you could descend further down into the depths of the tomb, see what lies there. What would you like to do?
I mean, do we have a reason to complete exploring this level?
I mean, we might
There
as
might be
well.
more tombs,
Yeah.
In case something it comes and attacks us.
more stuff to rob.
Oh, I can dispel magic now, by the way.
Yeah, I
Nice.
picked
That'll
up
be
a
good.
few new things too, based on my time in that chest.
I mean, I just needed a rest, so now I can dispel magic on the little girl, and yeah.
Well, do we want to go do that? Then check that room out a little closer.
We can do that.
Sounds good.
Do I just need to cast dispel magic on her skull?
Well, are you asking me that, or are you...
I'm asking the person that did a whatever on it and knows these things.
Yeah, I rolled the
okay.
20 on the Arcana check.
Yeah, okay. Well,
Oh, I was gonna
that
ask
person.
too,
Mhm.
I was gonna ask too. Would that have been something, since I did roll a nat 20? Would that have been something I would have known as to like they trapped her soul, or like what they actually did to her to cause that?
Let's
I
see.
mean, may not be like exactly what happened, but you know, maybe would I know something about at least an idea of what is going on with her? If it's actually her, or if it's just Flame Skull being a jackass, or you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I mean that almost seems more like an insight check kind of thing.
is it okay? I didn't know if that would be something that would have been roped into that.
Yeah. So as to putting this thing to rest once and for all, you would still need to defeat the Flame Skull, and then cast spell magic on it in order to like fully dispose of it.
Okay. Well, we can do that first if you want. Just kind of wrap this up so we don't get threatened from above.
Yeah, let's.
Might as well.
Yeah.
Maybe we can explore that room a little bit more, see if there's anything else worth having.
Okay. Back to the room we go. My snake is now a staff.
Okay. This is not a snake, it's a staff.
So, what?
This is not a
when we
song, it's a sandwich.
Hey,
It's almost like that's what I was referencing.
I know.
when we get close, I'm gonna go invisible, and I'll just say to the group, I'll scout ahead and see, since, well, I can see what's going on and things can't see me. And then I'll message you if, or no, message would break that invisibility, wouldn't it?
Probably. I'd have to double check. But it is casting a spell, so.
Alright. Yeah, I'll still go up a little ahead, invisible, and poke my head in the room.
Okay. So, just fiddling with dynamic lighting things.
I have light on my shield.
Nope.
Light.
Ah!
Actually, you know, if I cast light on my staff, And my staff turns into a snake. The snake light up.
Since the snake would no longer be an object, no.
No.
Can the
I
snake
still
just
cast
be a
light
glow
on
in the
my
dark
staff
snake?
because
Like, just for flavor aspects? Just have it glow? It doesn't actually
I mean,
glow light, it just glows.
yeah, I was gonna say, like, faintly enough that it
Yeah.
doesn't actually affect anything. But sure, it can be like, you know, like those glow in the dark stars that you got in elementary
Yeah,
school.
That's what I'm saying, yeah. Like, you introduce it to some light, and then it just glows in the dark. Like,
I'll have light on my shield because I have to carry my shield
Okay.
and have my staff and on my back.
Okay.
I'm not a wardcaster. I
Where?
need a hand to cast spells.
Hold on. Where?
I went over towards the room, over around the balcony. I forgot that we went the other way.
Oh, right. Okay. I was like, wait, I know I was leaving a space for somebody here. Who was it? There you are. Okay.
get on.
Cool. And you can kind of shuffle your order around as you wish.
Yeah, I want to be more towards the front.
I figured as much. Maybe you could switch with Azaka. So, to the back and figure that out.
Does Royal Mod want to be in the front?
Yeah, does Grom want to be there? Otherwise, I'll take his spot.
I mean, it is
And I will take
undead.
Thor's.
Maybe Roma would like to be in the front.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. So, yeah, I guess if that's a thing, we can put Azaka there. Alright. So, yeah, Lucia, you are scouting ahead, being all invisible and whatnot. And, yeah, make a perception check.
Alright.
And I suppose also a stealth check with advantage.
Alright, so first we'll knock that out. Okay,
Cool. 26.
yes.
Nice.
And then
I guess the rest of us will probably also
Perception.
sneak
Okay.
while we're at this.
By all means,
so, yeah.
make your sneaky checks.
Sneaky snack checks.
10?
20!
Wait, isn't that technically a 9? Because you get a 10
No.
minus 1?
No. I had 1.
Oh, yeah,
Minus
you got a 1.
one.
Actually, she rolled a 0 on a d20.
Yeah.
I didn't think that was
10.
10.
I'm not.
Nice.
I don't.
You don't even have the noisy armor anymore.
I know.
I told you I needed advantage. No one listened to me.
Sirenny just like she's just picturing her like walking with the group, and even without her armor, somehow she still makes the like chunk 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 sound like she's still wearing it.
Yeah, I just imagine that I'm so used to wearing the heavy armor that I'm not, and now I'm like lifting my legs up way too much and bringing them down hard, and I'm just like, I don't know what I'm doing with my life, and
Okay. So yes, Bag of Nails is only slightly more sneaky than Sirenny. But Zaka does pretty well. Okay. So, I mean, by and large, pretty solid. With your perception check, Lucius, you would notice that there is a faint, flickering green light coming from the holes in the southeastern corner of the room.
Okay, and the pedestal is largely untouched. Like, it's still...
The one that the skull was on?
Yeah.
So the skull was in a crystal box, which has
Right.
since shattered,
Right.
but the
okay.
pedestal itself is pretty intact.
Okay, and the skull's not there.
Correct.
Okay. Well, seeing that, I'm going to direct Stratos to, and I don't know how well this works. I'll direct Stratos to, like, go over and kind of, like, tap Royal Mod, and then fly over to where the green is, and just kind of swoop around that area to kind of basically show him. And I'm just gonna move off to the corner,
Okay.
just to get out of the way. But I just want to have Stratos essentially tell him that, this is where it is.
Cool. I'm gonna pop the Stratos onto the map here. All right. So I think that's easily enough done. The one thing is we'll have to have Stratos make a stealth check to not, be all like flap, 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 noisy, obnoxious, visible, getting blown up again.
Trying to find my
so-
snake. There it is. Let's go down. Dex, I take it.
Okay, yeah, solid.
Okay.
All right. So take this. Okay. So yeah, Stratos does exactly that. Kind of flies it over, gets Groilmod's attention, and then kind of hovers, glides along the wall, kind of just looping around near the openings in that corner of the room. So you all have a good idea. The thing is probably over here.
Alright, and then Stratos is bamfed back to his little dimension. I'm
Cool.
not gonna risk damaging him this fight.
Fair enough.
Is this bush blocking my vision?
Yes.
Alright, I'm not going to stand there then. I didn't realize that bush was that big. So, I'm good.
It is a bushy bush.
Yeah. I did not want to go and hide behind the bush. I just wanted to kind of stand out of the way.
Okay. Yeah, so I guess anybody else, if you want to do anything to position yourselves or what have you that doesn't directly engage the thing, now would be your opportunity to do so.
Where is it? I missed your ping.
Southeast corner. Explosion of pings.
Yes.
It's okay. I guess we'll get Azaka and bag of nails. Okay. Cool. So somewhere in that corner is the thing. What are we doing to, I guess, kind of start this whole thing off? Because it doesn't know you're here. As a party, you've rolled well enough to not be detected. So, what's the plan?
Well, if nobody else does anything, I can do something. So.
I have 0 plans.
I can yell at it with my shield again. That worked well last time to piss it off. But if you have a better one, that sounds good to me.
Well, we need to draw it out because it will cast spells from in there, and that's not good.
I can try and make it flee.
If we could get it out, actually let me count how big this room is. And never mind, it's too big.
Why? Well, wait, why don't you just kind of... So, could Fib go, over here and cast her bubble? Would this thing not notice that? Or would it notice her casting her bubble?
I mean, that's probably not a question to which you have the answer.
Well, I mean, is Fib noisy when casting the bubble? I guess that would be my question.
Yeah, she just screams the whole time. I mean, there's a vermatic?
Vermatic.
There's a verbal component, but oops. I imagine it's not so loud. Why would we need my hut? Because we can't cast spells through it.
No, but if we could trap it in there, it wouldn't have anywhere to go.
I don't think you can trap something in there.
You can
No,
trap
I
it
mean,
out,
like,
but not
trap-
in.
I mean, in the wall. I'm saying you put up your hut so that it can't get out of the wall, and you trap it in the wall and just keep AoEing it. Or basically
So
do the
you
reverse of what it's doing.
No, you want to just kill me.
No. No, I'm saying you put the hut up in the middle of this room.
She has to be in the hut.
I know. We all stand in the hut, and we can all step out, cast something, and step back in.
Some of us don't really have stuff to cast at it.
That's fair.
I have to at least see it.
Yeah.
Just swing at the
that's-
wall.
Yeah, that's gonna be the
No, I
problem.
can do that.
Well,
I mean, we could. I don't know.
Want to talk to it and see if we can get it to come out,
Yeah.
and then we'll kill it.
Well, yeah.
I'll just be like, hello, we're back.
We just kind of want to, release you from yourself.
Kind of thing. We're not. Yeah.
Okay. You notice that the flickering seems to be moving within the multiple holes in the wall. And you would see that it seems to shift over a bit to the north.
When it does that, I'm gonna shift a little bit to the south.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it at the opposite side of the room from it.
All right. Yeah. Other than that, just silence.
Hello? Can we talk to you?
Well, I think this might be where I roll initiative. I suppose Fib might want that advantage.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
If you make me, though, I will just keep saying hello. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hello?
Hello?
Hello.
Alright.
Mario?
Mario? Mario?
So, the light inside the walls flares up like a bright greenish color. Lucius, do you do anything in response to this?
I just see light, correct?
Yes, you don't actually see the thing, and you don't see, like, any effects forming or anything.
I'm just gonna kind of go here, and I don't think just yelling will break invisibility, correct? It's casting a spell or doing something.
I think you have a handout that outlines the specifics, so what does that say?
Oh, yeah, good point. I put it in my thing, too. Hang on. Let me... boop. No, just turn invisible. My attack has spell force to... Okay. So, I will yell out, spread out! Watch out for fireball! And I'm just going to hold a...
In case you forgot since yesterday.
Yeah. I will hold a I'll hold a Toll the Dead if I can see it.
Okay.
So, but otherwise, if I don't see it, I'm just gonna stay invisible.
Okay. Cool. Fib, what do you do?
I'm gonna ready a spell.
Cool.
She's hiding in the bush.
I hid in the bush.
Yep.
You said. Oh wait, actually, I need to be able to see, so I'm getting right here.
Yeah.
Okay. Thorf, anything?
I'll step up here and pound on the wall.
Okay.
Starts yelling at, get out of there!
Alright. Bag of Nails has an arrow ready. Gromod?
I am readying a shot.
Sweet. Tyranny.
I am waiting with a Sacred Flame.
Okay. Cool. So then the lot of you so Thor, you would see it first kind of like hurtling down this hole in the wall towards you, and then at the last second it veers off around to like here-ish, we'll say. I'll like fine-tune the positioning here. So it's like just barely protruding out of the wall. At least, well, okay. I'll say that's the point it's at right now. Is it's just breaching the wall. So anybody who can see it on the map right now, you have a shot on it. Go ahead and do your thing.
That is a terrible roll.
So is that.
Okay, so let's see. We got
That is a lot better than mine.
a dex save and a wisdom save. So let's make those.
Tried.
Dexterity. Wisdom. Let's see.
Lots of spell saves.
Yeah, so it fails both of the saves.
Alright. Since, in order of initiative, do you want mine to go first then?
Does it matter the order?
Or,
Yeah, I really don't care at this point.
well, I mean, it does for me. Damage is.
Oh, that's right.
Different, so how do you
That's right.
handle it?
Okay. Yeah. So I suppose if we have to pick a system and stick to it, then yes, we would have to probably go initiative order.
Okay. that would
So
be
yeah, then
better, I guess. But
yeah, I suppose it does. Okay. So 6 necrotic. Let me in here. Do.
Do-do-do.
Alright, and then I mean nobody else has anything that depends on order, right?
Nope.
I don't think so.
wait a
Okay.
second. No, that should be higher damage. Because that should be an extra die. I'm just not reading it. Oh no, that's higher levels, I'm sorry. Wait, why does it say higher
Well,
levels?
yeah, no, it is at the higher character levels.
Yeah, so it should be doing 2. I don't know why it's not.
Alright, do the thing.
So I'll just reroll it.
Okay. Cool. Alright, and now I will just kind of run down the list here. So it fails the Sacred Flame save. So radiant damage. 4 point. Then let's see. Unfortunately, the longbow attack from Gromod does not hit. Then yeah, Thorf hits.
Gets my booming blade, which is down there a little bit too.
Okay, cool. So that, and cool. And then it's 14 on further movement, right?
Yep.
Nice. So cool. And then chill touch, hit, and it's undead. So that's disadvantage on attack rolls. Very nice. And then we already did Lucius's thing. That's more of Thor's stuff. Okay. So it's at the hole. And after getting blasted with stuff, is going to see. Yeah, its eyes glow, and it is going to cast a spell. And so that's a thing.
And I burn my reaction casting a spell.
Okay. Shitty timing for this, but you do know that holding an action burns your reaction, right?
Yeah, that's what I mean. I burned.
I thought you said Okay, I thought you said I do use my reaction to cast.
No,
Okay.
I said I burned my reaction
Got it.
to cast a spell. So.
Yep. Okay. Cool. All right. So then it's gonna do its thing. It's gonna do the ball of the fire, and gonna drop it just far enough away that it's not gonna blow itself up. Which I think. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Good. Good. Okay, everybody, dex saves all around.
Woot woot. Hey.
I have resistance.
Okay, Zaka nails the save. Bag of Nails also nails the save. Cool. So, those of you who rolled 12 or lower are going to take full damage, which is in the case 29, unless you're resistant, in which case it's 14. Also, if you made the save with a 13 or higher, it's also. So, just big fiery explosion in the room. And then, yeah, this thing is gonna duck back into the walls because this whole emerging from cover thing didn't work out so great.
So it'll eat that 14 points,
Yes, it will.
and then opportunity attacks, or that's already passed.
So you would have used a reaction to attack it when it came out. So,
Okay.
yep. But 14, solid, and you can see that as it turns and is like drifting, it kind of wobbly, like down the hole in the wall. Like this thing is already looking pretty messed up. Real messed up, especially after that last burst of damage from you. So. There you go. All right. Then. Oh. I don't think I ever made Azaka and Bag of Nails' attacks. So let's see if this thing's just dead, huh?
Yeah.
Before or after it casts?
So it was 14 from Thor's thing, so that will play a factor or play a part here. Miss from Azaka with a 7.
Come on, Asaka.
And then Bag of Nails, longbow, pew pew. I think that's also a miss. Let me double check.
Come on.
He just misses. Okay, so yep, everything is as it should be. Azaka is gonna hold another action to shoot a thing. Lucius, anything you would like to do?
Yeah. I just watched that thing retreat, so I'm gonna walk 1, 2. Where is it?
So you would have seen it like duck into this tunnel right here, and then you can still see the fire, although it is like it's weaker. There is a glow coming from pretty squarely in the northeastern corner of the room.
All right. So I'm going to kind of step up, kind of in Thor's space, but not really. And I'm just
Yeah, I mean you can be there as long as you don't end your turn there.
Yeah. So excuse me, don't mind me, Thor. And I'm just gonna. You guys see me step up. And just make a W with both of my, like an L shape with both of my fingers, and take a deep breath and blow, and you just see me blow this big cone of fire into this wall.
Nice.
So, yeah, I'm gonna cast Burning Hands into that wall. There.
Okay. Cool. Let's
Oh.
see.
Yeah, new spell. So. Did
Uh-huh.
not have the description. So.
Mm-hmm.
Include spell description on. Okay, let me re-roll that so you can see what it is. There we go.
Yeah.
It is a dex save.
Okay. So yeah, you just blast fire into like this entire network of tunnels. And after it kind of dies down, like just this burst of flame from your hands, you see the flame still flickering inside a kind of pale greenish color, not seeming to have gotten any dimmer.
Okay, I didn't heal it, did I?
I don't know, did you?
Okay. Well, it doesn't look brighter, does it?
It doesn't.
Okay. I'll say, well, shit, that didn't work. Kind of step out of the way. And, yeah, that'll be it.
Cool. Fib.
Okay, we all got bunched up again. I'm gonna move away.
There's an idea. Okay.
And I'm just gonna ready chill touch again.
Okay, cool. Thorf, anything?
No, but I'll just hold my spell. My trip.
Cool. Bag of nails, an arrow, grow mod.
Same as before.
Sweet. Sirenny.
I am going to move here and do the same as before.
Cool. So, let's see. I guess the thing that is going to happen is that the flames shift a little bit. And let's see who would have a sight line here, because I know somebody would. So if it's like just here, I imagine Lucius probably has a line,
Oh, yep, I
as
see
does,
the tiny tip of it.
yeah, and then
I can just see it
Azaka.
as well.
I
Okay.
see it too.
Cool. So yeah, everybody do your things,
So
lest it burninate you.
well, it's not going to be able to burninate this turn because I do have a counter spell available and a reaction available.
Fair.
So
Okay.
that's my thing.
Yeah. That's a solid thing.
If it doesn't
Um,
just get obliterated here.
Right, which is kind of the question, right? So
It's looking pretty rough.
Tyranny. Yeah, it is. Tyranny with Dex. Yeah. See if it can make a 16, huh?
Mhm.
It nimbly barrel rolls out of the way,
How rude. Okay.
and then the creepy hand shows up, and just like palms the skull, and the skull just crumbles in the creepy hand.
Good job, Fib.
Cool. So, okay, that's the thing. It is conveniently at the edge of the little spider burrow thing, in pieces at the moment. Still, like, faintly glowing, but, yeah. What do you do?
I will, I guess, grab it and walk over and like offer it to Sirenny.
But what do I do with this?
We have to dispel it.
Oh.
I cast spell magic on it.
Yeah, okay. The faint greenish glow that was still emanating from the crumbled bits of bone dissipates. And you see before you now just a busted up pile of bone shards.
It's sad.
A little bit.
So I'm gonna go inspect the tomb that's here.
Oh, like the sarcophagus?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I want to reach internally, and I want to ask Moa if that's his remains.
Okay. So, let's see. Inside here. Yeah, so there's like a bundle of faded cloth. And then there was a staff in there that was kind of on top of everything. And then, yes, inside the cloth, there is basically the full skeleton of a Jakuli. And Moa would say that, yeah, these were me a long time ago.
Do you want me to do anything to, grab them and bury them elsewhere, or?
I don't think that really matters.
Okay. As long as you're okay with it, I'm okay with it. Is there anything else of import that you would want me to get or, do while here?
Well, I was gonna say out of here, but then you kind of just finished the phrase. So no, I think that's about it.
Okay. All right. So I guess I'll look at the rest of the group and I'll say, well, that is Moa's remains, but he really doesn't care about them. So I guess are we done here? I know before we inspected this area as being a trap.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. I guess while everybody wants, just a quick look in the coffin or the sarcophagus, I'm gonna walk over and I'm not gonna touch it. I'm going to cast Identify and have Stratos touch it.
Okay.
Ritualistically.
Cool.
And just to see what, because we did deem it was magical of some sort, right?
I believe you did, yeah.
Okay.
So
I just want to see what it is.
So basically, what you got here, looking at it from this side, what you can tell of the shape is like it's some kind of face. Obviously facing outward from you guys. And then, yeah, from this vantage point, you would just see like a little bit of fire light kind of dancing off the walls. And then through the mouth, you can actually see the hallway beyond, which seems to lead to the big central staircasey thing. And as you put Stratos up against the back of the stone face and cast Identify, yeah, nothing happens.
Okay.
And you, as long as you would like to do so, continue your identifying.
Okay.
So are you doing this with a spell slot, or are you gonna take the time to?
I'm gonna do it ritually while everybody else does their kind of examination of the room and all.
Okay. Okay.
I'm assuming it'll take probably about 10 minutes for people to flip the room.
Yeah, I mean, give or take. That's fine. Okay, so after a bit, you determine that the nature of this thing is essentially people can crawl through the mouth of this face, but there is a counter built into it that makes it so every third time a creature climbs through, the jaws clamp shut.
Ooh. Okay. And do I know what number it's at now?
Let's see. It is currently on number 1 of the counter.
Okay.
So that means somebody could pass through once safely. The next time, it would bite them.
Yes. Okay, so once it gets done, I'll just say, yeah, one person can leave through that exit. Everybody else has to go around, or you will get bit by that.
That is good to know.
Yes. And then otherwise,
So, yeah.
I'm just kind of waiting for everybody else. So whatever anybody else wants to do.
Back around to the staircase.
I don't hear any objections.
Yeah.
So, okay, I'm just going to group everybody up. Bring you over that way.
We dealt with everything at the waterfall, right? It was just a mimic down there. Oh no, there was
Um,
something further underneath, but we decided.
Yeah, so like there was a long fall. So if you wanted to go down there, you could do that as well.
We're really close, aren't we?
Really close to.
To the edge. So I could go over and send Stratos down to go see what's going on down there.
Yes, you could do that.
All right. Do we want to do that do we want to take a minute to see what's actually down there?
Oh,
I don't see why not.
Okay. So yeah, I will do that then. I will send Stratos down and keep communication open, and I'll actually see through his eyes.
Okay.
Have him and I'll just describe what I'm seeing.
Got it. So yeah, you send Stratos down. Yeah, it's actually a little bit further than I said before. I think it's about 100 feet down.
Okay.
And yeah, so you send him down there, and you, through his senses, perceive that the walls of this area are slick with slime, and the air reeks of decay. The water tumbles down and then courses along a rough-hewn tunnel toward what appears to be a murky lake. And you can hear the loud noises of machinery, like some large clockwork mechanism up ahead.
Alright, yeah, I'll push ahead a little bit.
Okay.
I want to
So
see
you
more
push
towards
ahead?
the upper area, like...
Like away from the water?
Yeah, I don't want to be...
Okay. Got it.
I remember the Froghemoth from before.
That is fair.
Leaping up and snatching Stratos out of the air.
Okay. So yeah, you send Stratos forward, kind of hugging the ceiling of this this cavern, and you see a dark underground lake opening up before you. Its ceiling festooned with chains and gears, some of which appear to have dwarves dangling from them. A gigantic, motionless stone cog rises from the water, with two matching cogs connected to it. Rusty metal conduits stretch from the cavern walls to the cog. The water of the lake has a slimy coating across the top of it, with pinpricks of phosphorescent light twinkling in the murk.
You said it looks like there's dwarves dangling from these cogs?
From the chains that hang from the ceiling.
Oh, okay, like prisoners.
Prisoners or bodies or something.
All right, yeah, Stratos is gonna go not too terribly close, just within close enough for me to be able to make out what it is. Of one.
Okay, so like to a body.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not close enough for it to grab me, but close enough for me to see what it is.
It's like you're worried about jump scares or something, man. What is this? Okay. So you send Stratos ahead, and let's say you get within like maybe 15 feet or so, and yeah, so the proportions of this body are decidedly dwarven, and you can see upon closer inspection here that it's not. So it looks alive. It's moving a bit, kind of actually holding on to the chain that dangles down from the ceiling. And it seems to be wearing a harness of some kind. And this thing is clad in leather armor with bits of bone kind of adorning it. Its hair is kind of matted and twisted in places, long, like flowing down its back. And then, as you kind of strafe around just a little bit with Stratos, you can see that it's wearing something like kind of like a mask. And as you get kind of a profile view, it becomes apparent that the mask that the thing is wearing is very similar to the face at the beginning of the tomb, like a big open mouth, where the nose and dark black eyes of this dwarf-like thing are visible through the open mouth of the mask.
Okay. Does this dwarf thing appear to notice Stratos?
I guess this is the part where I should have you make a stealth check for Stratos.
Alright. Open up. God, so much shit. And it's not even a quarter of what you've got. Not too bad.
Okay. Yeah, so it doesn't seem that this thing has noticed Stratos at all. And as you get that side view I mentioned earlier, you can see it's actually it's working on part of the machinery here.
Okay. So
Yeah.
Alright, so it's not actually hanging from it.
It's hanging from a chain that's attached to the ceiling, and the chain is suspending it in front of the machinery that it's working on.
Gotcha. Alright, I think I've seen enough, so I'm gonna bring Stratos back. And
Okay.
I will relay all of this, and I'll say,
Cool.
Now, did it look like a dwarf like Thor? Or was it like a different kind of dwarf?
It was a little more pale, kind of like the albino dwarves that you'd seen before, although even then, like, it wasn't dressed the same, for sure. Something decidedly different about it.
Alright, well, I will tell Stratos to come back. I'll pop out and I'll start describing that dwarf to Thor to see if he might know anything, like racially wise, or where he may be from, or anything like that. Or really anybody, but, you know.
Yeah. Okay. I don't think this is like a specific type of dwarf that Thor would know about.
Okay.
Good question, though.
So, it's worth a shot. Alright. And I'll say, well, we're probably going to end up coming upon that if we go down. But we probably shouldn't go down here.
Is it undead?
It didn't seem undead. It seemed alive. It seemed like it was working on the machinery down there, actually.
Were you able to see what the machinery did?
I don't know. It was huge. Like, it was very massive. Would I have been able to have gotten any kind of a glimpse as to what it might have even, like, where it might have even been driving? Like, the gears would have driven off to?
I don't think so. I think you just kind of would have seen like the 3 big gears that kind of span a lot of the lake.
Okay. So, yeah, just 3 big gears. Another question, did the lake look like it was a natural lake, or did it look like it was a dug lake?
Let's see. Let's have a look. I think it would look natural enough. Like the walls aren't, even and seemingly made with any sort of great care or measure. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Alright, and like the walls are not just straight down, it's jagged and...
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, I'll say, well, the lake doesn't appear to be man-made or magically made. It just appears to be natural. So, I don't think they were undead. I didn't... It's... The smell of decay is pretty strong down there, but... I don't know. I didn't see
Okay.
any undead. And I did see lights in the lake, too, that kind of were questionable at best. So, but I really can't run the risk of sending Stratos into too much danger, so I think we'll just experience that as we come across it.
I understand.
So, alright, I guess, yeah, let's go back to the courtyard area and go down the stairs.
Okay, so just gonna grab everybody here. Back to the hallway. Go. Like so. Alright. So yeah, as you make your way back around and emerge to the staircase area, yeah, the only things that are unexplored to you, to your knowledge, are, yep, these steps down right here. And then you would see one more arched doorway in the northeastern corner. So downstairs.
I want to go over to that other one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll say, let me go first, and I'll go invisible, and I'll head up first.
Okay. So.
I'll follow a little ways behind where I think he is.
What I'll do is I'll have Stratos, like I'm gonna bamf Stratos on around Thor's neck, and Stratos will like tighten if he has you slow down, or he'll loosen to speed up.
Pump the brakes.
Basically, yeah. I mean, it's not gonna be strong, but just enough.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
I will follow Thor's.
All right. Yeah, everybody go ahead and get somewhat situated as you would like to be. Kind of throw Azaka over here somewhere. Bag of nails
Oh, here.
over here somewhere.
Oh god. There
Which
we go.
way are we going down? This one?
The northeastern one.
Yeah.
Up there.
Yep. I can just kind of throw Lucius across the way if you're having trouble there, Taylor.
I'm good. It should
Okay.
update. Just give me a
Okay.
second.
Just throw him.
Here.
Yep.
Let-
Just oh.
Is that better?
It'll be okay.
Does it show me over
Yes.
there now? Okay.
Yep. All right. So yeah, as Lucius kind of heads up this operation,
Yeah.
he reaches the doorway and sees that there are carved birds soaring across the walls of the corridor, and blocking the passage near its northern end is a large, dark metal propeller with 5 sharp blades.
But is there a riddle?
Is there?
Is the propeller suspended by something?
So like it seems check out the specific. So yeah, I'm gonna say that there's kind of like a there is a system by which it is like suspended, and it looks like it would be operational. So yeah, that's a thing. Also, yeah, no, I think that's good.
Okay. And do I see any type of drive motor on it, or does it appear to just be a propeller hanging there?
Make a perception check.
Okay, I can do that.
Do a perceive.
Perceive. I don't know what it is with these 19s and 20s.
Yeah, so you perceive that you should not step even like an inch further into this hallway because the floor of the corridor is big old pressure plate.
All right, where does it end on the other side?
On the other side, it goes up until the entrance of the room. So 10 feet beyond the propeller.
Alright, well, I'm going to willingly drop invisibility. And I'm going to turn around and I'll say, from me back, and I'll like point behind me, is one giant pressure plate. My option that I could do is I could take somebody there into the room with me, and we could avoid this whole thing. Or we could try to take out this propeller. But we should not step any farther into this room.
Can I see a way to dismantle the propeller?
I mean, the big metal thing, you could theoretically bang on it from a distance. Otherwise, I don't think there is anything particularly obvious or vulnerable looking about it.
It's not spinning right now, correct?
Correct.
So I'm gonna turn around, grab Stratos off of Thor's neck, and I'm just gonna like hold him out in front of me and just have him hover there. Does the propeller do anything?
As you just have him like just hovering in front of you, kind of thing.
Yeah, hovering over the pressure plate. Like he's
no, nothing happens.
All right, I'll have him move 5 feet ahead.
Nothing happens.
I'll have him fly right up to the propeller.
Nothing happens.
Is there a way for him to fly through the propeller without touching the ground?
Yeah.
I'll have him do that. I'm gonna have him go right up to the edge if he can.
Okay. Okay, cool.
Should I just drag him onto the board?
Yeah, go for it.
Alright. There we go. So yeah, I'll have him like right here. Now I'm gonna look through his eyes. Do I see anything like adverse in this room?
Well, inside this room, you see that basically, as soon as you walk in, there is a deep pit that opens up with a stone sarcophagus resting at the bottom. A snarling monkey-like creature decorates the sarcophagus lid. Beyond the pit...
Okay. I was gonna say, is this snarling monkey setting off red flags?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Sorry,
yep. Beyond the pit, 3 treasure chests sit on stone daises. The chest on the left carved of black onyx. The middle chest is made of rusty iron, and the chest on the right is cast of silver and glistening with frost.
Alright. So I will reach internally to Moa and I'll say, are you seeing any of this through Stratos?
He says no.
No. Okay. So I will internally, I guess, describe to myself and thus Moa what is going on
Okay.
and what we're seeing.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, in that case, pull this thing up because I think Wongo and Moa are not best buds.
No, and I will. The very first thing I will say is, I know we are not freeing that. We're not going to touch him. I'm just wondering about the chests.
They are all mimics.
Every single one of them. Yeah, so he says, well, I mean, I wouldn't touch anything in this room. I mean, Wongo's bad news.
So you think we should just avoid it?
Probably the safest way to go. I mean, I don't want to sound like Obalaka or anything, overly cautious and crazy like that, but I don't want Wongo getting into one of your friends and causing all kinds of trouble. I mean, you have it hard enough here, trying to fight through and get out of this mess.
Here's a question for you. Did you guys all have any artifacts or anything? Anything that, articles of power specific to each one of you?
I'm assuming this is in reference to the staff that I was buried with.
Yeah.
It wasn't necessarily mine per se. It was like a token kind of.
Well, and I would have prior to this imparted to him what was going on with the snake people and all of that. And I'll say, well, we need to find this artifact for the snake people. So
Found a snaky artifact.
Yeah. Well, I'm just considering the likeliness of going in there and of it being in there.
That I couldn't tell you.
You know what? So against Badger Judgment, I'm gonna send Stratos within 10 feet of the chest. I just want to take a look at it. Does it look like it's magically trapped
Does it look
at all?
like a mimic?
Okay, so which chest, or are you talking about the sarcophagus?
No, the chest straight ahead of me.
Okay, so the iron one.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. So yeah, you send Stratos up ahead to, you said, within like 10 feet?
Yeah, we'll say 10 feet.
Okay. Let's. So. Yeah, it's just like the chest is about normal to big-ish size, like 5 feet long, 3 wide, 3 high. Just kind of sitting there, looking all rusty and stuff. Currently just sitting there closed. Hard to say if it's locked or not without getting closer than 10 feet. You don't see a padlock on it, I'll give you that much.
Okay. So it looks like it is just able to be, at least upon close visible inspection, able to just be opened.
Yeah.
Alright. Let me see. Yeah, okay. So, you'll see me snap back for a second. And I'll go, alright, I got this, guys, hang on. And I will reach into my pocket and I will pull out a piece of string and a bit of wood. And I'm going to cast Unseen Servant.
Okay.
And I'm going to send him because he's shapeless form, so I don't think it steps. I think it just it seems like it just kind of floats, doesn't it? I guess it really doesn't matter. I'll cast him, like, floating, like right here.
I'm like, yeah, you can just cast him into the room.
Yeah, so just like
I don't
just
want him
on the other side of the pit kind of thing?
Yeah, I don't want him on the pedestal. I don't want him to stand on the pedestal. I just
Okay.
And the command would be open the chest.
Okay. So yeah, you summon your servant, feel that happen, and yeah, a moment later, you see the lid of the chest flip open, and let's see. So are you?
Oh,
You're probably looking on.
Stratos would have been. Yeah, Stratos would have been.
Yeah. Okay. So as the lid flips open, you catch a glimpse of so on the underside of the lid there is a keyhole from which protrudes a 3-inch long gold key.
Okay. I'm interested. I'm gonna look over at the other two chests. Are they both locked? Are they?
On cursory inspection, they look about the same as the other one, just one is made of onyx and the other is made of silver and covered in frost.
Alright, I'll have him flip open the onyx one next.
Okay. Similar kind of situation. Flips it open with no problem. There is a gold key sticking out of a keyhole on the bottom of the lid.
Alright. Inside the chest, is there a keyhole or anything?
On the bottom of the lid, yes.
I mean, other than that, though.
Let's see. That would be a negative.
Okay. Let's go for the third. Flip the third one open.
Okay, same thing except it's silver and frosty.
Same key, same gold key. Now
Yep.
are all the keys the same?
They look similar. I mean, they are like partially inserted into the locks, so you can't tell for 100% sure. But like,
Yeah, you know.
there's nothing distinguishing about any of them.
I will tell my unseen servant, go ahead and remove those keys and bring them over to me.
Okay. So you see like a wobbling on one of the one of the chest's lids, and you get the like video game message. I can't do that.
So they can't be removed.
So it would seem.
It's not by your unseen servant.
Try to turn the key.
They're hang on, I gotta bring up this is part of the one of the warnings. Okay. So I pull up my spellbook, look up the warning, and I will instruct my servant to get in the first chest, shut the door, and turn the key.
Okay, so to clarify, first chest, you mean the center one, the rusty metal?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So yeah, the unseen servant climbs in the chest.
I also
You
have
see the
Stratos
lid?
in too, just for the sake of
Okay.
it, so I can see. what's
Okay,
going
so
on.
Stratos and the servant just chilling in the box.
Mhm.
Okay.
And I have the servant turn the key once the lid is shut.
Okay. So yeah, you do that. Servant and snake inside. The lid closes, and there is a muffled click inside.
Okay.
Nothing horrific happens.
Okay, but the key did turn. I see the key turn from the servant, right?
Well, okay, it's one thing at a time. So, before, like when the servant was like tugging on the key as it was, it wouldn't turn, it wouldn't move.
Yes.
And now that the lid closes, there is a clicking sound. At which point, Stratos can see that the
Well, can't really.
He has blind sight.
blind sight.
Yeah.
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 Isn't blind sight more like echolocation though? Not like vision?
It's more like heat vision, isn't it?
I mean, either way, at this point, it's he would be able to perceive this. Okay, so there's a click, which seems to be the releasing of whatever was holding the key in place.
Okay.
And then the unseen servant turns the key, at which point there is a louder clicking sound as a couple of like bands of the chest like just kind of overlap and seemingly lock the thing shut.
Okay.
And
At that point, I want to bamf Stratos out. If I can. Just send him to his own plane.
yeah, so let's see if there's a timetable here. Yeah, Yep. Okay. Yeah, no, that's fine. So you do that. Stratos is out. And servant is locked inside. And then you see well actually you don't see anything. So that's the thing. Where is Stratos?
Stratos goes to his own dimension, and then I'll bamf him back right where he is.
Okay.
Like on the
So when you do that, you notice that there is now a button on top of Wongo's sarcophagus.
Alright. Yeah, I'm not pushing that.
Okay.
I mean, it's only your unseen servant in there.
Yeah, summon another one. Make
So,
them push the button.
Am I able to, being that it's shapeless, am I able to just tell the unseen servant to get out of the chest?
So like it is shapeless, but it does still occupy space. So it would have to have a way out, which is not a thing.
Okay, so there is no way out.
Yeah, not without being able to teleport.
Okay. Well, bye, Bob. Hey, Phil. So, I'll tell Phil to go in and, should I do the other two chests first?
Oh,
Or should I
don't
push
know.
the
think
button?
We should see what happens in the first one first.
Alright, Stratos, come out, and I'm gonna bring Stratos out to me. And I'm gonna have
Okay.
Phil go in and push the button.
All right. So
I'm gonna tell Moa I am so sorry for whatever happens.
this is a bad idea, man. I don't know what you think you're gonna get out of this.
At this point, they're pushing me to this, so.
Okay.
Who's pushing you?
I don't know, but we're pushing.
They.
They.
Hmm.
The voices.
The ubiquitous.
Are you being entirely honest with me right now, Lucius?
No, it's serious.
I don't know. Like, if you are going to push a button, push the button first.
Well, then
You
no.
don't
We'll
have
just
to do anything.
then if it's nobody else wants to do it, then I'm not gonna push the button. Philip is not cast. I just recall Stratos and we're done.
Okay.
Yeah, seeing that the button pop up on that. Actually, you know what? Can I tell Bob in the box to turn the key again, to like unturn it?
Yeah, you tell him to do that, and you get the same "I can't do that" message.
Okay. Yeah, let's just not. and yeah, I recall Stratos also. Yeah, Moa's telling me we probably just shouldn't do this. Like this is. I was hoping maybe the chests were something different, but I'm not freeing Longo.
Okay. I think I'm fine with that. Wongo seems a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't trust this one.
Yeah, Moa hasn't lied to me as of yet that I know of. So
Yeah, this one's screaming trap, so.
yeah, I'm okay with listening to Moa on this. So we'll, I guess, start heading away.
Okay. So yeah, away you go. Away from the trapped propeller hallway that leads to the totally not trapped room with 3 chests in it. And yeah, so it would seem then that you have but one place to go. That is down.
Down we go.
Okay. So I'm gonna group y'all up again. And down to the 2nd level. So, excuse me while I just paste you all in here and make sure that you're not lagging through walls and stuff.
Oh, but I like lagging through walls.
Of course you do, you cheater. Okay.
Uses missile. The ultimate aimbot.
Okay, so here we go. Level 2. So, as you come downstairs, you see that this area has a number of doorways leading from it as well. Surprise, surprise.
Where are we? Oh, there we go.
So confirm
Yeah.
for me again, is this wall solid? Like the inner wall?
The inner wall is like a railing.
Okay, can we see anything down at the bottom yet?
Let's see. So you, unless somebody has superior dark vision, they can't see the bottom yet. But there are at least 2 more floors before whatever is at the bottom.
Okay.
You can see the railings to those.
Okay. I'm okay with that then.
Okay. So yes, this area has some stuff. So let's see what we got. You got 1, 2, 3 doors. 1 to the north, 1 to the east, and a larger, like closed door kind of situation to the south side of the staircase.
Do we have a map for this?
Are you not seeing the map right now?
I'm seeing a map. Where are we? I'm really confused. Just down the end of the stairs?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
You are at the end of the steps right now. Okay.
How many flights of steps did we go down?
1.
Oh.
Let
Are
you-
there more steps down?
Yeah.
Yes, there are at least
Okay.
2 more floors that those of you with normal dark vision can see from this vantage point, and you cannot yet see the floor at the bottom. However, as of right now, door to the north, door to the east, big door to the south, and from that south, the southern door, you hear noises, and they're not good noises. So there are like these 3 oval holes carved into this door that's almost 10 feet wide. And kind of poking through them, protruding, you see 3 humanoid heads, each of them covered in putrid flesh and gnashing on an iron bit bolted to a chain bridle. So that's across the way from you guys. That's fun.
What's this creepy statue that I'm looking at?
Well, looking up to the north, Dane, you see, or I keep calling you Dane, Thorv, you see, the walls and floor.
At least started calling him that too.
Yeah, it's probably because I've been thinking more about the old campaign, since I'm kind of folding some stuff from that into our Saturday game.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay, so to the north, you see that the walls and floor of this smallish room up ahead are cracked and carved with images of terrified humanoids falling. Set into the middle of the floor is a stone carving of a bearded devil face painted green. And I think even from your spot here at the end of the hallway, you can hear cries echoing from the black void of its mouth.
I want to go walk down to the end of the hallway.
Okay. So, yeah, you walk down to the end of the hallway.
Then I'll stop before going into that room.
Cool. It's a face. And there's weeping and gnashing of teeth seemingly going on from the sounds of it.
Okay. Well, I don't see any other path through there, so I don't really want to go in there unless somebody else does.
You don't want to climb in the thing's mouth?
Or onto the cracked floor that looks like it's gonna fall or whatever. That also doesn't sound like a good idea.
Okay. Fair.
I'll step back.
All right. Cool. So,
The hallway.
Sound
or
like
the
somebody was gonna say
Cerberus
something.
looking thing?
what was that?
I said we got the hallway or the Cerberus looking thing in the door.
The hallway?
Yeah,
Should-
let's do the hallway for. What's that thing by Fib? Just south of Fib.
Thing, but that is the plaque that you would have seen from up on the previous level, the one that says the ring is a path to another tomb, the dead abhor sunlight, only a jewel contain the frog, bow as the dead god intoned, and into darkness descend.
Okay. So I will, I guess, point that out and I'll say, well, I suppose this is the second set of clues.
Yeah, probably.
Just looking at the first set of clues, too, we never figured out the mask part, either. Correct? Because I know the enemies oppose, and one stands between them. That was the clue for the puzzle pieces.
Mm-hmm.
In darkness it hides. I'm assuming that was the dark thing in the mouth. Speak no truth to the doomed child, which we did. That was the.
Yeah.
That was the one we just killed.
Skull that tried to eat us.
And
Kill us,
the
yeah.
keys turn on the inside only. That was the room we just were in.
Yeah.
So, we have not experienced Don the Mask or be seen.
We might have just messed up.
Yeah.
We could have.
So-
I think
Probably the
we just
third
messed
room.
up.
I think I can just solve the mystery for you guys. Remember the room where you found the first sarcophagus and there were all the whites and Fib went all Boromir and stuff?
Yeah.
Remember how they were all wearing masks?
Oh, you had to wear a mask or get attacked.
Yep.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I'm just so you see Lucius drawing check marks next to the clues that he's written down. So
Cool.
So with that, knowing that, then I will say it appears these are clues based on this floor. So each floor has its own set of clues, so this should pertain to this floor. So, just thought to keep in mind. I guess we can head down the hallway.
Okay. So,
I would like to keep my eyes out specifically for rings, sunlight, and jewels.
okay. So yeah, up ahead
Sunlight is very vague, but
you.
I'm
Okay.
in the vaguest of riddle terms.
Okay. She says saltily, having to say the word riddle. Okay. So, yes, up ahead, not too far down the hallway, you see a four-way intersection. And beyond that, you can also see what looks like the checkered floor of a larger room beyond. So, what do you do?
Well, I'm gonna go invisible first.
Okay.
And I guess I'll take, I'm gonna proceed as long as I don't see any traps or really anything. I'll proceed to the T intersection or to the four-way.
Okay.
Follow at a reasonable distance.
Yep.
Fair enough. So, Lucius. Who did we lose? We lost Laura. Okay. She's back. Yay.
Hooray.
Lucius, you get to this four-way intersection, and looking down either the left or right hallway from your perspective, you can see that the corridors curve upward and out of sight. Like half of a loop, basically.
Oh.
And also, you can see along that northern stretch, there is, in fact, the corpse of a half-human, half-goat creature in robes, sprawling 10 feet to the north of you. And it grips a staff, tipped with a bronze goat's head.
I tap into Moa and I say, are you seeing this? Is this iconography of anybody?
Says, yeah, I see it. Nobody I recognize, though.
Alright, so I'm gonna back up a step. And I will turn to the group, even though I'm invisible. And I will say, there's a corpse to the north. Well, not north, it's whatever. This direction, and I'll just kind of like knock on the wall. And it's holding a staff. And at this point, I guess I'll just drop invisibility, since it appears nothing was alive and looking for me, right?
Yeah, seems to be the case.
So I'll say, I have a feeling there's a trap somewhere with this. So if you guys want me to, I can do my unseen servant again and have it bring the staff to us. And then I can have Stratos check it out.
Yeah.
Makes
I'd-
sense.
Yeah.
Do we want to?
Suggest don't touching it.
Yeah. I'm not gonna do it. So.
No,
So
Well, we
I'm
got cool
gonna-
stuff from the last one.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do that then. So I will cast Unseen Servant and bring. Oops! It double cast it for whatever reason, or triple cast
That's
it.
all good.
Anyway.
Pew pew pew.
Yeah. And I will bring. Now I will bring Philip out. And I will say,
All right.
go grab that staff for me. Except don't bring it to me. And what I'm gonna do, I'm actually going to, as he grabs it, I'm gonna have him just carry it for me out, and I'm gonna come back out here and just sit and identify it out here. And
Okay.
everybody.
Cool. So you have him bring the staff out and set it on the thing. In the meantime, there's like these creepy zombie faces, like straining and moaning at the door. And so, how do you identify it?
I guess I'll look at the rest of the group and say, do you guys want me to spend 10 minutes and identify it now? Or do we want to go back up and take a short rest from the fireball?
I mean, I don't care.
I haven't really done much today. I'm doing fine.
I did lose some hit points to the fireball.
Yeah, I'm a little hurt.
But
I mean, if we're planning on taking a rest in like soonish, then I'll pop a spell slot for it. So, which I have a feeling like whatever we do next after that, we'll probably end up taking at least a short rest.
we can just wait 10 minutes and look around while you do that.
You could do that as well.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess we can do that then.
Okay.
So I will not blow the spell slot.
Okay. So the question remains, Lucius, how do you identify this thing?
With Stratos.
With Stratos. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, you sit Stratos down on it for a bit. You do your things. As he is doing that, is there other exploring that people want to do?
I want to go look at the sarcophagus.
Okay.
If anybody else wants to go,
I'm gonna.
or doesn't
I'll
stop
go
me.
with you.
Oops. Standing on fib. There we go.
We'll also go with you.
Okay. So yes, pressing forward to the sarcophagus, or at least the room of said sarcophagus. You kind of reach the doorway and you get a smell of wine coming from this area. So inside the room, you see a checkerboard marble floor, a gilded coffin sparkling in sunlight streamed down from the chamber's vaulted ceiling, which arches 12 feet overhead. 4 huge stone gargoyle heads, their mouths agape, protrude from the walls.
Can I find traps? I'm gonna push towards orbit. Find traps. Find traps. Find traps.
Okay. Let's see.
Or if you have to move, because I need to be there to find traps. Because I don't want to step inside of the room.
If you're just like, nope. Okay. So, yeah, you walk up and proceed to cast Find Traps. And you do the thing, say the incantation, and you focus your magical energy. And the spell doesn't come out.
Very interesting. Do I know what would cause that? Anti-magic force field.
Could be something like that.
If I cast a spell magic, spell it.
Getting into theory here, you'd probably need to be outside the anti-magic field to then target the source of the anti-magic field with your Dispel Magic. That would not be affected by said field because you're not in it. So basically, if you have a target and you know there's a spot where you're not in the field, you could do that.
but I can't tell what the target is.
Correct.
Can I just kind of cast cantrips backing up until I find where it takes effect?
Yeah. So, I mean, what cantrip do you want to cast?
I have a little tube of water, so I'll just shape water.
Okay. So you shape water, and immediately it works.
Right where I'm standing?
Yep.
Ooh.
Ooh.
It might be a leveled thing. Okay.
We are learning things.
Yes. Do I know if there was a creature that does not like magic?
Make a history check to recall things from your studies and experiences.
A creature that does not like magic. That's called a barbarian. A creature that doesn't like magic. It's called a barbarian.
Which creature's on the box?
A Sararak? No, let's see. So you're talking about the sarcophagus?
Yeah, the sarcophagus.
Yeah. Let's see if you can see that from here. You probably could. It is a gilded coffin that sparkles in sunlight streaming down from the chamber's vaulted ceiling. You don't see a creature emblazoned upon the top of the sarcophagus.
Is it like there's a spell sunlight, or is it like legit open to the sky?
Let's see.
Considering we're 2 levels down, probably magic.
There's mountains, like...
Oh, I know, but
So
we're a couple levels down in underground areas.
There's still mountains.
There are.
So it looks like the light is kind of just coming from that spot on the ceiling.
Okay. Okie dokie.
But yeah, so no creature on the lid, sunlight shining from the ceiling.
Well, it's probably not undead.
Yeah, no sign says there shouldn't be undead in here.
Okay. Is Lucius done yet?
Probably still a couple minutes.
I let Thorv have his spot back.
I'll just stare nervously into the room.
Well, he's not as magic based as I am.
Okay. Well, does
What?
anybody do anything?
Do you want me to walk in there?
No, that is up to you entirely. I'll probably wait for Lucius to finish.
What good's he gonna do? It stops all his magic, probably too.
Tell us what maybe why the guy was here, and that the guy it's this body over here, Eric, or
Yeah, it was the one that you would have passed to get to this room.
can I?
Okay, so Sirenny, you're the first one to do this. As you walk that way, like kind of north along the hall, you notice that you don't feel the tilt that you would expect to feel walking on a curved, almost half pipe like surface. Gravity seems to be holding you firmly to the floor. What did you say?
So it feels like I'm walking on a flat surface.
Kind of, or yeah, I would say basically, yes.
Okay. I will.
Just nope.
No.
I want to try.
You can go ahead. Maybe you want to search the body.
So it's A big cylinder, or what is it?
Yeah. So like basically looking north and south, you see about half of a loop, and the path kind of disappears up into the ceiling. Presumably, there's even more up there were you to follow it.
I'll start walking around it.
Okay. So, yeah, like
Oh.
how far you want to go?
I'll ignore the body and keep walking around.
Okay. So you do that, and yeah, and then you keep going, and you loop back around, and you recognize a similar kind of area. So it's like you're here. So looking up ahead, you see a hallway. You see the four-way intersection. But like it's not the one that your friends are in, right? So you just see the four-way kind of situation up ahead.
Wait, I'm confused. How was this pipe curved?
Yeah.
So
Do I see Cyrene above or below me or anywhere now?
Like,
so there. Okay. Let me take us over to a thing I can like do some quick drawing on real quick. So here we go. Random ass battle map. These little minis I have here. And can everybody see the parchment map?
yeah.
I have a
Okay.
feeling
Yep.
Lucius could explain everything too, because I think I know what you're getting at here.
Thorver's
So-
pretty smart too. Not
so
as smart as
basically-
Lucius.
What we're looking at here is how would I? Okay, so if you're walking along the path and you look, hold on, I'll just do that. So there's like this kind of situation leading up to it, and this proceeds further into the room. But then like you could go north or south, which would take you up basically the inside of a half pipe kind of thing. So I don't know if this is making any sense at all.
Right. Let me do it this way.
It's a circle, and you're just walking to the other side of the circle, which
Okay.
is essentially all a complete
So,
mirror.
We're
where's
standing at the four-way intersection.
Yes.
is it?
Like this?
It's not actually a four-way intersection. The left and the right
so, like-
curve up.
Yes. So you're walking. Becca will have to try and explain this to you guys, I guess, because I'm just showing her in 3D ish. So you guys are walking this way, so it's like stairs, sarcophagus room.
Okay.
To the left and right.
Oh, okay. So the end.
Ends just go up like a parabola. Okay.
Something like that.
Okay.
I want to
So
walk.
then they just go up and hit the wall, or do
There,
they
so
go
there's
all
a
the way?
ceiling up ahead. Or, well, up above. I'm sorry. So you see half of a loop,
So it's
or
Like this.
and then then there's
Yeah.
there's
And-
room to walk through.
And so this feels flat. So do you just keep walking out the other side? You just
It's basically like you have spider climb if you're walking around this
Oh, okay.
loopy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll walk straight through the four-way intersection.
Here.
Okay.
I will do a draw.
Okay.
See if I come
yeah,
back
you,
down on the
you
other
do
side.
that.
Grams.
Okay. So Thorv is going straight through the four-way intersection, up the opposite side, and seeing what's there.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm hoping that I come back down the other
Yes.
side.
You loop back around and you see Cyrene.
Okay. I'm happy. It's a big circle. I'm good. I'm not lost.
Hold on. I'm gonna delete all my stuff real quick, Becca, so that way it's not like interfering. Up. Why?
You have plenty of room.
I just didn't know what you were working on. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Good way to draw it.
Okay.
So is the ceiling
I
floating?
spent my life drawing diagrams for crazy physics thing. I can.
Yeah. Okay, so does this make sense to everybody?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like a donut with 2 rods going through either side. I see.
Yeah, sort of.
Okay, and each
Well-
one is the one of the hallways.
It's like if you have an XY plane, but you took a parabola and put it on the Z.
Ah, yes. Okay, so one more person in this group gets it.
Okay, that makes sense.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Is Lucius
So
done
yeah,
with
you
his
can
identity
walk
yet?
up the x-axis, but on the y, it's the parabola and the z.
Okay,
On the y-axis, it's a parabola and the z.
okay. When
Yeah.
I found the way back to Cerny, I want to see if other people want to go up to that other one that I found, or
Okay,
around, or
I'll bring
however.
you. Oh, are you done drawing or no?
I'm gonna try and draw.
Is Lucius done drawing yet? Or done, not drawing, done identifying? Same thing.
Yeah, we'll say with the loop exploring.
Alright.
Yeah, he could be done. So let me pop back over to this. Okay. So this here staff is a staff of striking.
That's what it is in math notation.
Ah, yes. Ye old math notation.
Kind of like
Do.
that's my attempt.
Yeah. Okay. So you know that it's a magic imbued thing. Learn its properties and how to use them. Whether yep. Okay. So let me double check one more thing. Because it's weird and fiddly.
You're weird and fiddly.
He's gotta
I mean-
make sure he can figure out what curse is on it.
Ha, what do you mean?
You still have Phil. Can you have Phil rifle through this guy's pockets when you're done?
Yeah, okay. Because Phil lasts for an hour, I believe.
Oh no, I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Why would you be
I
concerned?
could ritually
I
cast
hear many
Unseen
things.
Servant. So I could always just have Phil do everything.
Okay. So no, what you have here is a staff of strike. It is a very rare staff that can be wielded as a magic quarterstaff, granting a +3 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with it. It also has 10 charges. When you hit with a melee attack using it, you can expend up to 3 of its charges. For each charge you expend, the target takes an extra 1d6 force damage. Staff regains 1d6 plus 4 charges daily at dawn. If you expend the last one, roll a d20. On a 1, it becomes a normal-ass quarterstaff.
I look to Sireni and I'll say, "Hey, guess what I found?"
Can I get a page for that?
Yeah, I'm working on pulling it up. I was just...
Thank you.
Um,
That was a lot of words.
You're a lot of words.
Because Sireni lost her
Sometimes I am.
weapon too, right?
Well, no.
No.
Oh, yes, I lost my mace.
Okay, well, I walk over and I hand you this, and I say, "Here. It's not a mace, but you should still be able to hit things with it and do some damage. It's a very rare staff. I don't know if you're able to use staves, but
Are they simple or martial?
it's just a stick, isn't it?" It's
Like I'm pretty sure it's simple, right?
yeah.
I imagine so. I mean, we can double check, but like, yeah. So you use it as it's specifically as a
Yeah.
quarter, which I
Quarterstaff is a simple one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
okay.
And I really can't use quarterstaffs, so
There you go.
Our quarterstaff's dex or strength. They're still strength, right? And just monks can use them as dex.
This is probably a look-upable thing. Give me a sec. I mean, we do have the compendium here, so simple weapon. It is versatile. But other than that, functions as a normal weapon. So you got like your one-hand, two-hand option.
Mhm.
oh, cool.
So D6 or D8.
Cool. I
And
can
it is
definitely.
Dex or strength then, or no?
So it is. It doesn't say it can be used as a finesse weapon. So
Okay, so it is only strength.
yeah. So
I mean, that's what you wanted, though, right?
Yeah, yeah. I don't want it to be dex. Please no dex.
Then you're
yeah,
fine.
no.
Laura,
What?
I said please no dex.
So, I guess as I walk up into the hallway too and present her the staff, I'll kind of look to the left and look to the right, up, and I'm gonna do a loop, just walk one loop,
Uh-huh.
my bearings, and I'll get back to the group and I'll say, "Huh, all right." Pull out my spell book, check off the number one thing on the second warning. It looks like you guys found the ring to the second tomb.
No. Hey.
Hey!
I'll keep an eye out for rings, she says. Yeah.
I'm telling you to tell me when.
And then I guess I'll say,
Tyranny
I'll
is
s-
more wise than I am.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll say,
Okay.
Did you guys find anything else while I was identifying?
There was that other cross
Well,
intersection up there.
we can't use magic. At least magic of a certain level. Yeah, so we went to approach, and I can cast a cantrip in the doorway, but I can't.
This was the sunlight room, though, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And this was in the original hallway, not the above the ring hallway.
Yes.
Okay.
And I do like Nico's idea. If you want to talk about like the mirrored area, let's call it the upside down.
Okay. So, in the non-upside down,
Yeah.
I will walk up to that room, kind of look in, look up, look down. It's all sunlighty, right?
Yeah, so there's like a big old patch of sunlight that's just like shining down from a spot like right above the baller ass golden sarcophagus in the middle of the floor.
Alright, I'll say, well, looks like we found at least part of the hint towards the second one. And, I guess, do I feel my magic has been, like, hampered here? Do I feel like I'm not able to access magic, or is it just, do I feel normal? Because I know they told me that you can't cast spells above a certain level.
I mean, I think as of right now, you feel pretty normal.
Alright, I will, I'm gonna bring Stratos in with me. Is he able to be there with me?
Yeah.
I'm gonna hold him just inside the room.
Okay. So let's see.
Or at least attempt, get kind of tail end first. Slowly.
Okay, so you start backing you start backing Stratos into the room, and then you get the the classic "Wait, hey, listen"
Okay, yeah, I see.
from Moa,
Okay.
who says, I don't recognize any of this stuff. This doesn't look like any of my friends."
Alright, I will stop. I'm gonna dismiss Stratos to his own plane. And I'm going to kind of, am I technically in the room right now, or am I just in the doorway?
Do you want to be in the room?
Does Moa, like, what is Moa's gut feeling of this place?
I don't think he has like a gut feeling. He's just kind of confused. He's because like all the sarcophagi that you've seen thus far have like his old crew on them, and he's just like pointing out like, huh, this one's different.
I give Thorv back his longsword.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
I'm going to.
Welcome.
Yeah, I'll take one step into the room.
Okay. As you take one step into the room, your foot touches the floor, and then your other foot touches the floor. You're in the room.
Dun dun dun.
Do I feel any different?
You smell a little bit more wine on the air than you did 5 feet back.
I will reach internally. Hey Moa, are you there?
Yeah.
Okay.
You
Well,
feel slightly more drunk.
can I get a little bit better look at this sarcophagus? Or do I have to move closer?
I mean, so I will just say like what you see right now.
Mhm.
Big gold coffin, sparkling. Yeah, you don't see any like specifics etched onto it from here.
Okay.
But if you'd like to get closer, check it out, you certainly can.
No, I think I'm okay.
That's cool too.
Yeah, I think I'm going to. I'll turn back. I'll say, hey, Sirenny, what level spell did you try?
2.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna back out of the room because I don't like not having access to a second level spell. And I'll say, well,
Okay.
It's at least safe to stand in the room. I'm just gonna, because I was standing in the room, but I don't know. I don't feel safe in there.
Well, our non-magical buddies can go in.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
following Goromod.
Okay, so Gromod and Thorv go to the upside down and peek into the upside down version of this room. And let's see if there's anything remarkably different.
Do not like.
No, it actually looks exactly the same.
I'll walk in the first step.
Okay. You walk in,
So
nothing happens.
Can we see them like this or no? They're
No,
totally different.
Yes, they have basically gone to the I don't know, think of it as like going
Mirror
to
world. Yeah.
Mirror World dev server of the tomb. Like it's a thing.
You said that one up there was a 4-way intersection too, right?
Yep.
Okay. I'll walk into the tomb area though.
Okay. Yeah, you walk in.
Nice.
You see sunlight, gold coffin, smells like wine.
And I'll start walking over to the sarcophagus.
Okay.
I guess try and push on it. And open it.
All right. So, I mean, it takes like a little figuring out, right? Because you try and like push the top, like, just kind of sliding it off. Doesn't do anything that way. You push elsewise. No, not so much. And then you get around to like one side and you see there's actually a set of hinges along one of the seams, and so it's a flip coffin.
I guess I'll try that then.
Okay. So, interesting thing, Groilmod, you, as you look around for wine, you don't actually see it. You just smell it.
Oh.
Well, that's terrible.
Although, if you wander around the room a little bit, you do quickly gather that the wine smell seems to be coming from the gargoyle heads along the walls. So that's a thing. Yes, Thor, flip the lid on the coffin, and it like smoothly flips over, thumps down on the opposite side, and inside the coffin, you see a wooden plaque. And inside, as it is illuminated by the sunlight above, you can clearly read the words, "Drown your sorrows." Then you hear
Run for the door.
rumbling of stone as a stone block begins sliding down over the door. You can probably make it. It'll be close, but you can probably make it.
I'm gonna.
Did Girl Mod make it?
Yeah, he could if he so chose.
Nope, I'm making it.
Okay, so is Gromad running for the door?
Yes.
Okay, so you just hear the stone like slide down, and you actually watch as it reaches its full like vertical descent. It kind of like slides back, and you hear a seal forming, and then you just hear, well, probably feel more like the rumbling of vast quantities of liquid flowing into the room on just the other side of the wall.
Does my spell work?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Um.
Even better.
Well, did anything happen on our side?
Nope.
Okay.
I'll point out to Gromod, I found the wine. If only we
I
could get
know,
this
I
door,
didn't even get to have any of it.
only we could get this door back open.
Oh, that might. Yeah.
Pry it open a little bit.
Let's see. Let's see if there's anything that can be done to retrieve some wine. Oh, it is airtight and refuses to be budged.
Okay.
Hearing a commotion, I'm gonna go check our room.
You cut out there. What was that?
Oh, I said hearing commotion. I want to go check our. Go check.
You're
our...
still cutting out like crazy.
Motherfucker!
That came through clear.
Of course it did. I would like to check out the regular room.
Mhm.
See if anything has changed.
Yeah. Seeing ours flood with wine, I'm gonna run down there and tell him not to open the coffin.
Okay. So yeah, Lucius, you're in there kind of poking around, just seeing what there is to see. Nothing seems different. Thorv does get there in time with the message before
Well, I
anybody
wasn't-
flips the lid.
Yeah, I wasn't opening the coffin. I just was kind of
Yeah.
looking around.
Okay. But yeah, nothing seems to have changed since your last little peek in here.
I'll say, well, what happened?
We almost died. There's wine. Lots of wine.
Too
can't
much
get it.
wine.
We opened the lid. Door came up and tried to seal us in, and then a bunch of wine dumped into the room. Don't think we should open this one.
No.
I would agree with that sentiment.
You know what? Now that I think about it, I'm gonna walk back to this. Go to the upside downy part. While I'm going to tell Philip to search this guy. 'Cause
Okay.
Somebody had told me to do that before, and I just forgot.
Yep.
Yerp.
I'm gonna go
Okay.
to the upside down part, and I'm going to go
Upside down.
this way.
Yep. I'm gonna follow him.
I'm gonna go the path away from the coffin.
Okay.
What's down that way?
It seems very much the same.
Alright, I'm gonna go look at the plaque.
Okay. It says the same things.
The plaque says the same thing?
Yep.
I think we can just walk out the entrance.
I don't know.
Speedrun strats.
Those snake people shouldn't be waiting outside this one.
Do we even know where we are?
I assume we're where we were,
But we're not.
just somewhere else. It looks the same.
Alright, I'm gonna go back to the loop,
Okay.
and I'm gonna figure out this loop, so I'm gonna start examining the loop.
All right. So like as you are doing that, there is like a little tug on your robe as Philip comes up behind you and holds out a thing. Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah. It's a journal.
Okay.
And because D&D, you find this part specifically. To those who find this, know that I, Devlin Bashir, am the last surviving member of the Company of the Yellow Banner. The warlord Rosnasi stripped us of our weapons and threw us in here on orders of his master Sararak. I can only imagine our souls are to be fed to his phylactery. Alas, it seems he has won. Our company was separated after the incident with the four-armed gargoyle. The Tomb Guardians tore Seward to pieces. And with him, we lost the Starfallen. Our quest was a failure. Even if we'd found the eye, the elf princess was gone. My friends wouldn't have lasted long without their weapons, especially with a doppelganger in our midst, as Seth suspected. Of course, I kept my staff. I'm sure Brixton would have seen some humor in that. Gentle reader, let a dying man offer you one piece of advice. A Sararak is a trickster who desires nothing but your soul. His riddles may help you, but in the end, his final secret always leads to your doom. Tymora save us all.
Right.
Exposition.
So, okay. We've heard of the Company of the Yellow Banner, haven't we? Or no?
You've seen a tattered yellow banner hanging around in Omu.
Okay.
Would anyone know anything more besides that?
I don't think so. Like, they weren't super notable.
Okie dokie.
But yeah, so you're in the upside down. You are investigating the ring.
Yes. So how does it look like this guy died?
Ah, well, funny you should ask. Let's see here. It seems he is riddled with crossbow bolt wounds and large slash marks.
Okay. Is there dried blood? Like, does it look like there's a trail of dried blood?
Well, how old does this body look like it's been lying here?
Probably not excessively long. I mean, like it. So, like rigor mortis is set in. There's definitely been at least a few days between expiring and you finding him. But it's not like crumbling and shriveling and stuff.
It's been like less than a week.
Yeah, that's safe.
Huh. Okay.
Alright, I don't know. Do we want to explore the other side? Like the upside down world?
Didn't it say it's a path to another tomb?
Well, I
Yeah,
mean,
it is.
We can go loot that one too.
Okay.
well, it might be the tomb you filled with wine. 'Cause it didn't fill up
Well,
here.
what does this one do?
I'm not gonna go find out.
I mean, if we think the same thing will happen here, I can cast this spell magic on the tomb, maybe, because it probably won't work.
I don't want to be the one to test that.
Yeah,
I don't
really, for us,
plane or travel in a tube.
so, yeah. I mean, I guess if you want to go, we could, but I'm not that sure.
I have concerns.
So what's Gromad signing up for exactly?
He's willing to check out whatever they're not comfortable checking out, worried about death and whatnot.
Okay. So
He's willing to go to the upside down and then go to a different floor of the tomb.
okay.
Remembering some of my stuff, I want to set my sword down and run up to the upside down and try and summon it back.
Okay. So let's see what the specifics are on that then. I imagine there's a certain thing you're trying to test, right?
Yes, I have to be in. It has to be on the same plane.
Okay. So yeah, you set the sword down, do the half circle, summon weapon, like nothing happens.
Then I run back to the other side and get my sword
Okay.
and tell Lucius about this.
So you can't summon so you can't summon your sword. Okay.
It has to be on the same plane as me.
Okay.
And
so
going up there, I'm on a different plane.
I'm gonna go stand exactly where I am, and I'm gonna have you walk up in my sight, and I want to have him walk up till he's out of my sight.
Okay.
Do I see him the entire time he's walking?
So he walks and then he gets to the part where like the ceiling would block your view of him.
Yeah.
I mean, he disappears at that point.
Okay, well, I'm going to walk up to the point where I want to try to keep him in line of sight without passing the ceiling.
Okay, so like you want to kind of get close, maybe like follow maybe behind him,
Yeah.
and then just stop before the ceiling and see if you can still see him when he goes through.
Yes.
Okay, you can still see him.
I can. I'll say, hey, Thorf, can you hear me? Can he?
Yeah, he can hear you.
I'm gonna cast a message. Can I message Thorf?
Let's check the specifics.
You can't message off the two different planes.
Do. creature within range and whisper a message. Target only the target. Yeah. I mean,
I
like,
thought it had to be on the same plane.
I think you might be thinking sending, and that's the one where there's like a 5% chance it just gets like messed up. But, I mean, there is a straight line of less than 120 feet.
Okay, so there is no like planar boundary that I can tell.
I'll
This
slide my
Let's-
sword to
Let's
him.
be careful about how we delineate that term.
But that's what I'm essentially looking for, a boundary to see if I can find a definitive spot where we go from being one plane to another. We know that because he can't summon his sword, we know we're crossing planes.
Yeah.
So I set my sword down, run a little ways, summon it back, and then go
Yeah,
set a
you
little
know,
farther.
constantly try and-
I'll just take it from him, and I'll take a step back every time and see if he can
Okay.
resummon it.
Yeah. However you do
Okay,
it,
see when I summon it. That makes more
Yes.
sense. I'll do that.
however you do it, you figure out that basically it's broken up the same way that this map would be. So, you know, you get the hallway that was going through from the stairs to the gold coffin room, and then you get like a half loop, and then at the point, like basically at the plane that is formed by the ceiling, that would be the dividing point.
Okay. Cool. So another strange question. Now that we know where that is, am I able to identify the border? Like, is that something I can do?
I mean, you can give it a shot.
Yeah, I mean, I would probably... I'm going to attempt to, yes. And I'll use Stratos to help me, because he can kind of freely move around.
Okay.
And I'll ritually do it again. So if anybody's...
All right. So you just kind of like stand there with your hand against, well, kind of in the midst of the transition area.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It's not necessarily like a spell. But it works similarly to like a bag of holding or a handy haversack or portable hole or what have you. Yeah, there's just another plane that's just kind of butting up against this one.
Gotcha. And I feel like if you were to take like a handy haversack or something into this, would it be a bad thing?
Hard to say.
Okay.
Do not trust.
Yeah.
Good thing we don't have one to find out.
Yes.
I like how this is basically just turned into, I don't know, the last half hour has been the D&D equivalent of fucking around in Gmod.
Basically. So I guess anything we find on the upside down plane, we need to be very careful about bringing it back.
Well, duh.
I want to go find like a rock or something and bring it back.
All right. Let's see. Experiment number 72 on the upside down. Let's see. Yeah, okay.
I'm gonna stand on one side and throw it to the side it doesn't belong on.
Okay. So you do that. Throw the rock. And as soon as it like breaks the plane of the real world, you see it just like fade away.
Oh. I'm gonna get a rock and throw it the other way.
You know what? I'm gonna go to in the real world where that rock was. Is it also there?
So like where he would have picked it up from?
Yes.
Sure.
I'm gonna pick it up and do the exact same thing he did.
Okay. You throw it across the barrier, and it skitters down on the ground.
Okay, so things in this don't necessarily exist outside of this plane.
Well, that's good news that we exist when we walk to the other one, because that'd have been bad.
Yeah.
I'll step to the real world and no more touching with the bird one.
Okay.
Do we wanna pop this coffin?
That is up to you.
Do I have any?
You better run fast.
Do I have any time left on Philip?
With all this exploring, probably not.
Make a new Philip.
I sit down and I'm gonna ritualistically cast because I'm out of that spell slot.
We should bring you a chair.
Yeah.
While they were doing their experiments, could I have taken a short rest?
We're getting to that point, yeah.
Because I already know I'm not going to have anything to do with this thing.
Okay.
I want to attune it to my staff.
Okay, cool.
So, yeah, I will pull out my stuff and I will ritualistically cast, and I will bring Chester.
Chester.
All
right.
And I will say, Chester, go open that coffin.
Okay.
It's a flip lid.
Yeah.
It's a flip. Here we go. All right, so yeah, into the room. You see the lid like begin to lift, but too heavy.
Not strong enough?
Not strong enough.
He needs a friend. Or two.
Alright, well, ritualistically casting. So I guess I could do 4 or 5 of these in the time before the first one expires. Let me see how many I can actually have. It is not concentration. Yeah, I can just have as many. So, yeah, I'll just keep summoning them. Keep bringing my unseen servants up to help.
So we got 5 of them hanging out in there, probably.
Yeah, 5 of them, and I'll send
I mean-
Stratos in too, because why not? I can just pop him out.
I mean, well, wouldn't you just create another one and then see, so we don't sit here for 50 minutes while you're creating them?
Wait, what do you mean?
Yeah, just send 2, try it. Send the
Yeah.
third one,
That's,
try
Yeah.
it.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm doing. Is I'm just gonna keep
Okay.
checking them out until we can open it.
So yeah, let's see. Yeah. Seems reasonable enough that like, we'll say like 3 of them can get it done.
Okay.
20 more minutes. My short rest is definitely completed.
Yeah. Okay, so
Can
you
I
do
use a
that.
hit die also, or do I need another hour for that?
No. If you get a short rest, you use a hit die for sure.
Okay.
Ooh.
Cool.
Hey.
Wait, a D4.
Yes.
Ew. What?
What?
Roll 20.
Yeah,
Why?
They got reset.
Again?
Wait, what is mine?
Damn you! Roll 20.
I think mine's
I
actually
already-
right, isn't
Yeah.
I think it is a D6, Lucius.
it?
It might as well be a D4.
Yeah, for the health I have. We're all just crits. It's all crits. Crit fails or crit succeeds.
All right.
D8.
There you go. Get your proper hit dice in there. Do the
Or
How?
just hit. There's a drop
Yeah,
down when you.
there's a drop down
have
there.
Oh, okay. No, the drop down was on a D8, and I clicked D8.
Oh, interesting.
Apparently, I had to click it click a D4 and then click a D8.
Uh-huh. Okay,
Do Song of Rest also.
sweet.
That's a what?
It's a D6.
Are you gonna roll it or are we? gonna
We've
roll
been
it?
rolling it individually.
Yeah. Because it depends on how well you like Fib's song.
What? Getting pretty close.
Alright. So, that being done, Sireni being attuned, so yeah, like realistically, we'll say it kind of matches up, so that at the end of the rest, ish, the lid is being flipped, and again, just like the other one, smoothly just flips over, thumps down on the floor opposite the unseen servants. And you said you have Stratos in there, right?
Yeah, he's just kind of flying above it.
Okay. So you see a wooden plaque inside the coffin that says "Drown your sorrows," and then you hear the stone block grinding down in front of the doorway again.
That's fine.
All right.
See what happens.
Cool. All right. So you do that, and it like vacuum seals, and you watch through Stratos's perception as the 4 gargoyle mouths, one in each corner, begins to pour forth a bunch of wine that begins to flood the room pretty quickly, and like within, we'll say within like 30 seconds, the room is halfway filled.
All right. I'll wait until it gets up near-ish the top, and I'm gonna just bamf Stratos out.
Okay. Yeah, I mean the room fills up with wine.
Okay. Yeah. Towards the end, I'll bamf Stratos out then.
Yeah. Could your unseen servants have attempted to run so we still have them?
I mean, they only do 15.
I don't want to
per-
sit for 10 minutes at
They-
a time.
they do 15 a turn. So,
What's their speed?
15 a turn.
Jeez.
They're
Can they
slow.
dash?
I don't know. I
I'm
doubt it.
assuming they also get actions, so.
It doesn't actually look like it.
Yeah, I don't think they do.
They have movement and they have interact with object. They don't seem to have actual like actions.
Yeah.
Mm. That's unfortunate.
So yes, they are in fact lost in the deluge of wine.
I'm really glad we spent so long summoning those.
I know, right?
Hmm.
So yeah, that's the thing. And
Well, hey, I'm attuned to a staff now, so.
Mhm. yeah, and so Lucius, as you like bamf Stratos out, and I don't know, do you like bring him back?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you like turn around, rejoin the group, and as you do that, you notice something. Gasp. You notice that Sirene's hands are beginning to sprout shaggy fur.
Fuck!
Ah.
Didn't you identify this? Shouldn't this have come up in identification?
I'm going to run up to Sirene, and I'm going to grab the staff or whatever. I'm going to cast Remove Curse on her, and I'm going to try to get it away. Not forcibly take it from her, but you know what I mean? I'm just going to get it away from her.
Okay. So, yeah, Sirene, do you put up a fight?
No.
Okay. So he casts Remove Curse on you. Your fur disappears. And Lucius has the staff.
I am going to throw the staff on the ground, and I'm going to say, that did not come up. And I'll go into Moa, and I'll say, you can back me up on this, right?
I mean, yeah, they can't hear me or anything, but sure.
Well, good enough.
Thanks, voice in my head.
Oh.
Yeah, that did not come up under the identify.
Cool.
So on that uplifting note, I guess we'll wrap things up for the day.
It is uplifting. Serenity isn't cursed.
Yeah.
True.
Where was this in Tomb? Not Tomb, Strahd.
The thing that like doesn't just instantly turn you evil.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I meant remove curse, but
That too.
Well, you know, I wouldn't even have this spell if I didn't find it in a tube. So you can thank this game for
Well,
giving it
hey.
to a wizard who could put it in their spell book and use it permanently.
There you go.
So
that's
Don't
a
say
really nice,
Tomb never gave you anything.
no, you just gotta
That's
know
a
what to
really
look
nice
for.
staff, though. So maybe we should remove curse on the staff.
It doesn't work that way though.
Does it?
Nope.
It says object.
If the object is a cursed magic item, the curse remains, but the spell breaks the owner's attunement. That
Oh,
is
okay.
literally all it does. So, it's a get out of jail free card if you attune to a cursed item. So, yeah.
Good times.
Yes.
Yeah.
I gotta get off. My furnace is being funny.
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
Good luck with that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thanks. Bye.